Some they call it functional alcoholism, but if you know anything about Ben, he's got vision with precision, microphones and a tinkle of derision. You're about to hear what beer can be. It's time for Barley and Me.
Welcome to Barley and Me. I'm your host, Ben Rice. It's episode 159. We're here today at Campus Brewing in West Sacramento, California for our New Year's Old Beers celebration memorial. I'm not sure how it works. With me today, my co-hosts of some of my favorite offshoot podcasts from the COVID experience. With me today, I've got Corky McDonnell.
Hey, Ben. How you doing?
Dare Daniel podcast. And Paulina Olivares.
Hey.
And we were also part of Leonard Malting, our
Yes.
beer movie review team. If you missed that, go back and check them out. They're, oh boy. And today we're not reviewing movies. We're talking about 2021 and 2022. It's New Year's Old Beers. How are you guys doing, by the way, I should ask?
I'm dying. No.
Well, we all are.
I am
You're not
currently in the
special.
process of getting gel injections in my knee because my cartilage doesn't exist anymore.
Oh,
So that's been a fun start to the year.
nice.
I'm good. This is like the first time I've been outside in quite a while, so I'm still kind of shell-shocked a little bit, you know? Like, I had to put on moisture today, and I haven't done that in a long
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Put on
you got-
pants.
You gotta,
First step.
gotta look good for this podcast.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just winter.
Yeah,
It's
and
not
if-
good on my face.
If you're getting a bit too shiny, Paulina has some things for you.
She has some oil wipes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So-
You blot. You don't wipe the
you
oil.
don't wipe. Correct.
just
It is
counterintuitive,
blotting.
really.
That's how long
Yeah.
I've been out of the game. That's how long I've been out of the oil
Yeah.
blotting game.
Yeah. Now, do you know that you can use the back of a receipt as well in a pinch?
Yes, I've heard that, but
Okay.
that's unsanitary and we're in COVID days.
Yeah.
so.
Well, I mean, that was.
Also, toilet seat covers. That's actually even better.
I guess it's just like.
But that's also poop air.
Yeah.
So
It's not.
there's that.
I mean, it's really like, what is the pinch where you really need to go to these things? But why do I know that? All right.
Yeah.
I knew you know that.
Yeah. And I might be getting injections in my back because my spine is a disaster and my hips. All right.
Oh, my God.
We're doing the Lord's work.
I feel like I'm doing the best out of us three right now.
Yeah.
I don't understand how.
That's sad.
Well, see, we're currently in like an L shape, and you are literally holding us together. Corky.
Yes, right.
I did get a colonoscopy last year.
Ah, dope.
I had 2 polyps, but they were negative, so we're good.
Okay, good. That's a good
But I
update.
did see my butthole.
Yeah.
I didn't fall asleep right away. And they had me facing the TV.
So you were like,
That's the last thing I saw.
when I had my colonoscopy, the last thing that I remember, I told the guy, I was like, hey, I trust you. And he kind of giggled. The next thing I remember was waking up and trying to push out air.
No, I was like dozing off, and they turn you to your side.
Yes.
But I'm facing the TV that they're watching, and then
Yeah.
I see the camera, and then I was like, oh, that's pink.
Yeah. I got the pictures afterwards, so I did get the take-home version.
Oh, perfect.
But I didn't see any of the movie.
Now, how
We could have reviewed that.
did you send that to friends?
Corky's colonoscopy.
Yes.
Take a picture, send it to friends.
It was my Christmas card this year.
Perfect.
It's what I signed. I was like, hey, happy holidays from the 7 of us.
awful. There's no way out of this.
No, no.
We're also here at campus on their second to last day of business. COVID
Yeah.
is not nice to breweries to try to restart themselves during a national pandemic, worldwide pandemic that has lasted for 2 years.
Yeah.
Cool, fun times. Yeah. So in that spirit, we are going to be drinking beers that are at least 1 year old. And just a full disclosure on my end, the beers that I brought were in my beer cellar, which is pretty good at temperature control, but there is a limit to that, and it turns out it's 112 degrees. So once it started getting that hot, all my beers essentially boiled in their cans and bottles. So who knows what that will do to the flavor and everything about them. So that's a fun, exciting thing that we have to look forward to. We each brought a beer. And I also brought, my seltzer in place, peppermint seltzer from Barrel Brothers that they gave me because they literally like, hey, we still have this from last year. Do you want it? I'm like, no. Like, well, take it because I'm not keeping it in the van any longer.
No, we demand you take
Yeah.
it.
They're like, because they were like doing a run up in Sacramento to like deliver cans to places that were selling it, and they're like, nobody else wants it. You're our last. Like I was just getting some non-alcoholic stuff for an event, and like you're our last stop. Just take. I don't want it in the van.
Right.
Can you just take it? I'm like, he's like, give it to the losers because it was for Comedy Spot's kickball.
Oh, okay. The
event.
slosh ball thing.
Softball, yes. Where I brought non-alcoholic stuff to make it a little. We're all old now.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
That event's been around for like a decade.
Right. Not as fun running around second, chugging a fucking keg or chugging a pitcher.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
in the hot sun.
Yeah, just doesn't exist for us anymore.
So speaking of which, we don't know what these beers are going to do. So we've got a bucket.
Yes.
We've got a beer bucket at the table. And Paulina, I would like for you to bucket me, please.
Oh yes, let me
Bucket
clear a
should grow.
space. This doesn't need to be here any longer.
The safety bucket.
We are going to. So this might be
Corky's
like a
wearing a helmet and a
Yep.
full hazmat suit.
popping champagne kind of thing. Here we go.
Do you want to
Okay.
put the bucket on the table so it's
Oh.
for added
Do you want me
security?
to hold the bucket?
I got it.
All right.
Okay, but this is gonna if it
What do
if
you
it
want?
explodes.
Do I put the bucket on
I
top?
don't know. No, because
Just
then
drop it in the bucket because the bucket's currently empty. Maybe.
Okay,
Yes.
so-
And then we'll just see what happens.
I just open it like that, right?
Yeah.
Facing up. Okay.
I'm just gonna.
I know we've built this up way
Yeah.
big. Ah,
That
there
was
we go.
really
But it
underwhelming.
made a nice echo. It was a
Yeah.
nice little Foley
Picked
effect.
up. Yeah. And hey, nothing. No spillage.
Hey.
And so what we got here is a Great Divide barrel-aged Yeti
Yes.
Imperial Stout.
Did this get boiled?
This
What?
should have been. Yeah.
Is it
Boiled
supposed to
Yeti?
be gray? Is it supposed to be gray and slimy?
Yeah, I think that was what they
Just
were going
kidding.
for.
Just kidding, you guys. It looks beautiful.
It's probably gonna be delicious, actually.
Oh, you're going to
Yeah.
pour the whole thing for yourself, you monster?
It looks like yes, and yes, it's a delicious
at that
brown.
head.
I know. Look
okay,
at that.
this one unaffected. So that bears positive things for us moving forward.
Oh, am I also drinking this? Are we sharing?
Yeah, we're
Or am
sharing
I-
it.
Okay, because I brought, as an
Oh,
overachiever, Pliny the Younger, bottled on 2/14/2020.
Oh, Valentine's Day.
Oh,
yeah.
2 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah,
But very apropos for right now with the volcano eruption.
yeah.
That's how Pliny the Younger made his name in history.
Yeah.
For
I
writing down.
don't know that.
Ah, yeah. Pliny the Elder was a scientist who documented what happened, and Pliny the Younger years later wrote down everything that went down after Vesuvius erupted. And we just had the volcano erupt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Today.
There's tsunami warning for the
Yes.
West Coast.
And then I brought also a defunct brewery, Cleophus Quealy, out in San Leandro. I got their Dark Horse barrel-aged farmhouse ale coming in at just 5.6%, like a responsible adult would do.
Where did that name come from, Cleophas Quealy?
Oh my God! Listen to the episode. It has Chad Opitz as the guest, so you know it's a delight.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
But there was an
Benjamin.
explanation. I've got it all together.
Benjamin, we made all this big production about the beers possibly being wrong, and the biggest factor is Ben.
Yeah,
Ben is just the walking maelstrom.
I have no sense of like spatial awareness, and me are they've gotten so demonstrative. They were already bad. COVID, I'm like everybody's getting a butt bump. Everybody like, excuse me, coming through, knock your food off the table. Like it's like I thought I had like a good 3 inches more there. No, my butt's right on your food. Okay. I was so sure I had this clearance. Like just I'm awful at it. So yeah, I put something behind me, thinking, yeah, let's get that out of the way. Then I just turned slightly.
Nope. Yep.
Because why would I put it like further behind me? Let's put it right behind your
It's
elbow.
annoying, right?
Dumb.
Okay, so the episode with Chad Opitz described the Cleophas Quealy.
Yes.
Okay.
It's so many. Yeah, they have a reason. I think it's a family name, like Cleophas is, and then Quealy was. I think Cleophas was a family name on one owner's side, and Quealy was the last name on another side.
To me, it's like, what's the hardest name to pronounce after about 6 beers?
Yeah.
Like, that's how they figured it out.
Yeah.
Cleophas Quealy.
I appreciate that their website is cleof.us. Genius.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Cleophas.
One of the owners used to be one of the IT managers at Google.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm sure it's just a dick move on.
It's like Nick's Tacos website.
Yeah.
It's like nicksta.co.
.co. Yeah.
Oh, shout out Nick's Tacos.
Oh, so
So
good.
good.
Fucking fantastic
So
tacos.
good. All right, so we're going to dive into this barrel-aged Yeti from Great Divide in Denver, Colorado. I picked this one up when I was doing, an episode in Denver, Colorado at Great Divide
Wow.
with Tom Hagerman from Devotchka as the guest.
When was this?
April of this year.
So you traveled during the COVID
I
pandemic.
did. I had my shots, and I was like, I'm gonna go do the thing. And then I
Attaboy.
thought the airplane would have like tests or like they check your temperature,
It does
and they
not.
do not. They're like,
They do not
like,
care.
Do you have COVID? Like, nope, good enough for me. All right. And I was like, surely there's like space on the airplane's like, nope, fully packed. I'm like, I regret it. But yeah, and then I'm like, oh, that's fine. I've got my plans. Anyway, everything fell apart. There was a Uber and Lyft soft strike and opening weekend of baseball in
wow.
Denver.
Yeah.
So I paid like $800 to travel around a few cities, and then I had to like. Anyway, it was a lot of money, but it was very fun. I had a lot of great episodes.
Good.
I got the guy from the Vodka to do an episode. You know, that's
Yeah.
fun.
Fantastic. Hey, it's really good to see you guys.
Yes, cheers. To hopefully a better tomorrow.
This mask is thick.
Oh, my. That's everything I wanted.
Oh, yeah. Is this your first Yeti?
Yes. That is, oh, my God.
His first Yeti beer.
Yeah, no, me and Yeti had a fling back in 76.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to talk about it much. He left me for the $6 million man. But this is like milky, creamy.
Yeah.
Oh, barrel-aged stouts are my favorite.
Yeah.
That's what I like to drink.
This was the standard bearer for me for an Imperial Stout for a long time was just regular Yeti.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is the best a stout can be.
Well, it's hard to find the barrel-aged stouts without any adjunct or like just a classic like narwhal. Like they're so good when you can find them. But
Yeah, because I sent Corky a list of my stuff. It's like, oh, it's got this stuff, and it's got this stuff, and then I've got this stuff, and then I'm like, there's just this plain one. He's like, that one?
My one decree was no Mexican hot cocoa.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not my jam. I don't
Yeah.
like Mexican hot cocoa.
And I have like,
racist.
It is slightly. It is slightly, because I hate hot. That's the thing I hate.
Oh,
is
you
hot.
don't like the chili pepper?
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
okay.
It
Still
wasn't
sounds-
just because I heard the name Mexican.
You're like,
or,
absolutely not.
or
Send
chocolate.
it back to where it came from.
Yeah.
How did it get here, Ben? That's what I want to know.
Let me see the documents for this beer.
It's the one beer people kept bringing me during like I bought a house.
Really?
And they're like, hey, we were at Urban Roots, we got your beer. And I just had like all these.
Well, I feel like there was like a time where everyone was doing like the Mexican hot chocolate
Yeah.
thing.
But they're all the Urban Roots one.
Oh,
the,
okay.
the chocolate mustache.
Yeah.
Like barrel aged one. I have like 4 of them. I'm like,
Well,
I
if you don't want it,
I mean, I
know someone
perfect. Who's not a racist?
who is Mexican white chocolate.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh boy. All right, is this your first Yeti, or have you?
No, I've had Yeti before.
All right. Any memories of Yeti?
Not specifically. I'm sure it was at some bottle shared someone's house. Nothing crazy.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm just building up to my story about Yeti. That's
Uh-oh.
all I'm doing. Just hogging the spotlight. So years ago, I traveled. I went on a comedy tour, and that's what I'll call it. But what it was is I had to go visit my family, and I had a Prius, so I drove there. I'm like, hey, after that, I'm gonna just go do comedy because they're in North Dakota. I'm like, I'm gonna go to Minneapolis. I'm gonna go to Chicago. I have a friend who lives in Chicago. I can crash on the couch. And so I did.
Did you
that.
hit mics or book?
Both.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So I did that, and I was crushing. I was like, "Oh, I can move to Chicago.
Yeah.
I could do good here." And because I was like busting out jokes, I'm not going to tell the same joke anywhere I go. Like if I'm in the same city, I'm going to tell new jokes every set. Or not necessarily new, but different that I hadn't told it once they were there. And I was like-
Understood.
yeah, and I was in Chicago for like 4 days, doing like 2 to 3 mics a night.
Really?
It was, and like I think I did 3 shows. Yeah, it was like super fun. But I came back through, and I came through Denver, and there was an open mic at like 6 p.m. at a Philly cheesesteak shop, and the set of the night gets a free pint of Yeti, which was there, and I didn't
And
think
the
anything of
guy
it.
who won let you taste some?
Yeah, so I'd already bought 2 pints of it while I was there, because I'd
Oh,
just
no.
been driving all day. And then I won set of the night. So I'm like, oh, please don't do this to me. But also, thank you. And then I met up with, so Andy Armstrong used to brew at American River Brewing in Auburn Ale House and Beerman's and things like that. His brother lives out there, so he came and met me, and he took me to True Brewing. He's like, hey, man, you pay for the stuff here, and we'll go over to Falling Rock, the world-famous beer bar next, and I'll take care of what we drink there. I'm like, cool. So I, buy buy some bottles for him. I'm like, thank you so much for giving me a place to sleep and all that stuff. And then we go to Falling Rock, and at the end of the night, he goes to close out, and it's $1 because everybody there knows him.
Oh.
I'm like, hey, wait a second. But yeah, I've won this beer.
Was a pint their standard pour for it?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
What's the?
It's like 12%.
Oh,
So
okay.
typically, the higher alcohol, the smaller the pour.
Yeah, you usually get like
just
12 ounces,
responsible.
10 ounces, 8 ounces, somewhere in that.
Sometimes even 5, depending where you go. Like they'll just have kind of a
somewhere
smaller...
between 5 and 12
Okay.
is where you usually get. No, there were pints, and they were also $1 off.
Oh my god!
Wow.
They're trying to kill somebody.
Yeah, it was reckless.
That's like an episode of SVU waiting to happen. And I would know because I watched the entire series. I am not joking. I just caught up. Like I just finished. I'm on like
That's like
current
20 years
episode.
of shows, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
In like several months.
Yeah, I don't know if you
My
know,
boyfriend's like, "What season are you on?" And we pause it like, 18.
Yeah, that's. I don't know if you noticed, but we've had a lot of time to sit there and watch television programs.
Oh, I've noticed. Yeah.
I'm like, I can't do it anymore.
I've started so many, and I haven't finished a lot.
Some of them don't deserve it.
Yeah. You know what? And here, I'm going to make this claim. Schitt's Creek, just not for me. I'm never going to finish it. I've tried it. People recommend it. People love it.
I tried watching it, and I got through the first few episodes, and I'm like, I don't think this is that funny. And then time during COVID, I was like, I'll give it another chance. And I skipped those episodes. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure I watched those first whatever amount. And then I really liked it.
Yeah.
I also, I did.
Okay.
Like, the first try, I just wasn't into it. I was like, I don't. And then.
That's the thing I've heard the most is like, you got to give it a try. You got to get to this.
But I was like that with Game of Thrones, too.
Yeah. Yeah. Game of Thrones suffered from like quality issues of like they're trying to introduce 900 characters in a season with like no budget because like we don't think this will work. Do what you can with whatever we're giving you. So that was a problem because like the first scene is like, oh, this is a low budget. Like that thing where they find the like bones on the ground. And it's like this cost them $50 to shoot. So like it's tough. But also you got to remember that Office season 1 and Parks and Rec season 1 are atrocious. So
I'm also one of those people where if people keep telling me something's really good, I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, and then it's usually certain people. Like there are like 3 people in my life. I won't name names. That like,
Ben
I
Rice.
love this, and they ruin things for me. Or I'm like, I'm never gonna watch it just because I'm sure it's good, but because you told me to, I will not.
You cannot.
Yeah.
Because then you'll think that I watched it because of you, but it's not because of you.
And then you'll recommend another thing to me and another thing to me.
And I don't
it'll
want
never
it.
end.
I don't want it.
So do they ever check up on you and be like, hey, did you check that out?
Oh no, there's one person in particular. She'll just keep recommending things to me, even though I never asked her it. But those people don't know. They can't. They don't get it.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Yeah.
But I just, out of spite, won't do it. Or maybe I'll secretly watch it later. I don't know.
Yeah. Is there anything that you found on your own this year that you were like, people should watch this thing?
I got really into like the British crime dramas, and I went through that whole thing. Like, 'cause then once the
That's my favorite.
the algorithm finds it, you're like, oh, here's more. I'm
Like,
what?
like Midsummer Murders or?
I don't even remember all the titles now. Like,
Yeah.
it started with, Jesus, what's it called? The one with the Doctor Who and Olivia Colman. And,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
She's a DCI.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know the name of it.
And it's really like Mayor of Easttown, which I was like, they ripped this off.
Yeah.
Which was also really good.
Yeah.
I'm like, it just, you just go through them. It just keeps happening. And that's the same actors kind of pop up in it.
Oh yeah, BBC has all the same actors.
Yeah.
You watch them pop up and everything.
Yeah.
I just finally got to Ted Lasso, so I kind of came to it by myself because it was 2 years past it being a hit.
Yeah.
But I binged it in like 3 days, and it was amazing.
It's so good.
It was so good, and I found myself like emotional, like out of nowhere, just strangely for like 2 days after, just crying, just like uncontrollably. I was like, "It's Ted Lasso." I know it's Ted Lasso because it's like a ride.
It wasn't like PMS.
I mean, it might have been that. I was also thinking about the Yeti, and I missed him. Yeah, no, I did say that it was probably PMS, but it could have been Lasso, which I just equate Ted Lasso with PMS now.
Oh yeah, it's pretty much if you've never felt PMS.
That's what it is?
It's like not the physical symptoms, but the mental. You're really sad, but you like can't talk yourself out of it.
Uh-huh.
I've definitely had those moments. You're like in the shower, like I'm so alone. I'm like, you're supposed to be alone in the shower. Like why?
Yeah.
It's one of those. Yeah.
And for me, I forgot the name of it. I had to look it up. I'm so sorry. Medical Police. Did you guys see this? It's on Netflix. It's an offshoot of Children's Hospital.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
I did watch that.
It's so stupid.
It's so dumb, but it's so good.
I love it so much. It's also about an outbreak of disease around the world. I think it was shot before COVID.
Gotcha.
So extra fun.
Yeah.
But they're just so dumb and awkward and gross. I love it. I rewatched it a couple days ago. I'm like, yeah, this was fun then, and it's fun now.
They also did that law SBF VDPQ thing.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that one.
It was good.
Shockingly.
It was good. Yeah. With Paul Scheer as the lead.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just the offshoot of Iron Giant. It's just right? Because a lot of the guys were on Iron Giant, and they moved to that.
Iron Giant?
Yeah. Damn it! You're right. Iron Giant is a lovable movie.
Yes.
With Vin Diesel playing an alien, much like a tree.
Human giant.
Yes, human
Aziz
giant.
Ansari,
You're correct.
yeah.
Yeah. Human giant. I was like, what are you talking about? Why are you looking at me like Iron Giant's an insane thing to say?
Humans have iron in them.
Yeah.
This is true. It doesn't have to be one or the other.
Yeah. I also love Zinc Giant.
They might be giants.
Oh God, I'm the worst part of the show every time.
One thing I did find myself discovering was podcasts, because I would I'd look up podcasts related to the things I was binging. So like there's a Midsummer's Murders podcast that I'd listen to that just breaks down every episode of Midsummer Murders, which is like my guilty pleasure show. It's like I want to kill 2 hours, I'm popping on Midsummer Murders. It's just this quaint little made up British villages, a string of villages where there's always this weird murder that happens, and then they gotta solve the crime.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Don't move to weird little villages. You will get murdered.
Right?
Yeah, it's. I mean, I moved away from little villages to avoid killing myself. If that's any indicator. I don't like living in. I lived in the country a lot as a kid. I'm like, I hate this.
You were surrounded by nothing.
Yeah, it was awful. So, I get it. Worst part of the show. All right. Have we all done our
I didn't. I'll finish.
We have not. That's fine. It's not drink. I'm not here trying to make people binge drink. That's insane. It's
not going to phase her.
It's only.
This is actually my first beer of the year.
Is that right?
I've accidentally done dry January.
Oh.
And it's not, I don't know. It happened.
That's my first beer of the year too, because I haven't done any shows, so I'm not drinking like before a show. And then on the podcast, we're drinking cocktails now, so I haven't drunken any beer.
It's still not dry January for drinking cocktails.
Well,
that's your first beer, though.
For beer, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the cocktails are pretty wet, so.
Well, yeah, liquid
or dry. They're dry. They're dry cocktails. You see.
It's dry gin.
Yeah, dry gin.
I mean, I've been on medication. So
you're not sober January, but you are dry January.
Yeah. There's
are they liquid gels?
No. Some opiates.
Okay.
Yeah,
for the pain, not for casual fun.
They're not liquid.
No.
So technically dry.
Yeah, so you're fine.
I did have to drink them with water, though.
Oh, that's how they get you.
Yeah,
always a loophole.
That's how they get you. Plus, the human body's like 98% water.
Now, I have a question, and it's for Paulina. So do you think Ken would want the remainder of this? We have this spare cup.
Ken, would you like some Yeti?
Sure.
Yeah. He said sure.
All right.
And this one?
Yep.
Okay.
Do you want our leftovers?
What if I use it as mouthwash first? Where'd he go?
He's up.
There you are.
Thank you. Cheers.
Enjoy.
You. I love it. There's supposed to be a fourth person, so it's great to have a fourth person.
Oh, there you go.
Hell yeah! Now we can be sober, responsible adults.
I think every podcast should have the off mic guest. You just hang around. You just got to break and talk to them for a quick second.
Yeah.
It just makes people feel more at home.
You know what I like about Ken is that he's such a professional. He saw that there was a fourth mic. He's like, I'm gonna walk near the mic, so that it'll maybe pick up, and that'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm a pro side guest. I'm a pro off mic side guest.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of things from the last year, I started Bengineering.
You started a life?
I started Bengineering Becky's podcast. Where I'm in the room recording while she and Tommy talk, and then they'll say something that will require me to respond, and I'll have to talk from like in between them where there's no microphone, and then it'll end up having like 4 or 5 times a show. I'm like, hey, do you mind if I just have a microphone in case this happens? Like, you can't have a microphone.
That's just the laws of feminism, really.
That's their argument.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's like, this isn't for you. We don't need a white male perspective.
Yeah.
Why would you ask?
We just need your help engineering it,
Yeah.
recording. Exactly.
And like, when you talk about Becky's life, somehow I am part of it.
Just a little bit.
Don't
Yeah,
give yourself
not
that, Ben.
not a lot.
As much as she allows.
Yeah, right. It's fine.
I've actually never met her,
Really?
but I feel like I know her.
Yeah. She's great.
One of the funniest comedians I know.
It's awful funny. She's doing so good. I'm so happy. I get to watch this baby all the time. She's like, hey, I'm going to go to San Francisco 3 nights this week. I'm like, fine.
Great.
I get the baby.
Okay.
I get to hang out with this baby. I love it. It's like the perfect excuse to do nothing.
Do you work on your set?
No.
No?
No.
Try to get a reaction?
No. Nope. I just tickle her and tell her. I guess I do tell her jokes, but I don't think they're like stand-up jokes. I sing to her a lot. Do a lot of singing.
Nice.
Yeah. I love it so much.
Babies would be a perfect off
Can you
mic
give us
guest.
a sample of something?
Nope.
What are your top?
I mean, I did like drop. Sometimes she has trouble pooping. So I did tell her to drop that Duke like you're starting a world war. Which I know accurately it's an Archduke, but
Right, sure.
But I was like, that's a good line. That's a pretty good line.
It's pretty good.
I'm pretty proud of it.
Pretty good. Get rid of that Franz Ferdinand, honey.
Yeah, yeah. So that one's probably my favorite. I had a pretty good just like a vocal run of like oohs. I was like, ooh, I like. And she was like kind of reacting really well. I'm like, I should probably record this so I can like replicate it. I'm like, I'll remember. Nope.
No.
Nope.
This is how your album will come out.
Yep.
It's like soothing baby sounds.
Oh yeah, there's probably a market for that. I could probably sell like 8 minutes of baby songs and make $9 million.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Plenty of people don't want to sing to their babies.
Yeah. Oh man.
Ben sings to soothe your baby.
Yeah.
You think you have a better name?
I mean, I'm trying to come up. Where can we get to that?
Yeah.
It'll
All
come
right.
to you.
What's next? What's the next
right.
beer?
All
I
right.
feel like that shouldn't have been the first one.
Why?
I mean, we started strong.
Because it ruins the flavor.
Kind of like usually when you're tasting beer, you want to go with like kind of the lightest and work your way up to the heaviest.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so that one's just like heaviest in booze,
So,
flavor.
Okay, so I feel that's a personal attack a little bit because it was my choice.
I will fight you.
So I will say that I didn't know we were sharing. I thought that was just all
I
mine.
didn't either. I thought we were. Just
I thought it was understood that there would be a share.
I don't care either way, but yeah, I didn't know.
So I figured the easiest transition is we had a barrel aged, let's have another barrel aged.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah,
this is
I like it.
The Dark Horse. So see, we're doing a dark barrel aged beer.
Yeah.
Except it's a farmhouse ale going in at 5.6%.
But I will say, in
Cleophus.
1981, I dated the Black Stallion. So we're just revisiting all my exes today. Dark Horse kind of takes me back to a place where I was with an Arabian horse for a while.
Those Arabian Nights. We all miss them.
Do we have like Corky's 7 evil exes on the table?
What's that? 7 Able X's.
Was it a
from,
stable relationship?
Oh. Bring it.
Why can't I think of the name now?
We needed this bucket for nothing.
I know.
Why can't I think of the movie's name? With Michael Cera, and he fights the evil ex.
Oh, yeah, Scott Pilgrim.
There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that on my first date with my boyfriend.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
We're still together.
Oh, well, there you go. Movie unlocked the achievement.
Yeah, 11 years.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I'm at 6 years.
6 years and a baby.
6 years of baby in a house.
Yeah, we're not
Wow.
there.
You
We're
w- you
11
win.
years renting,
Hell
and
yeah.
I have cancer.
Oh, I can't top that.
That's Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah,
They'll do it to you every
that'll
time.
do it.
All right. Oh, I
It's
really
dark.
did think that this would be a lot lighter color, even with the barrel on
Yeah,
a farmhouse. This
it's a dark farmhouse.
This came through pretty dark. I should have taken pictures for the listeners to. Sorry about that.
Would they have looked?
Stout.
Are they even listening?
No. The reality of COVID and podcasts is nobody's got a drive time anymore.
Nope.
So they totally
Listens are way down.
way down. They're like, you listen to like, even me, I used to listen to like 15 maybe a week.
Yeah.
I'm like, 3. Dare Daniels 1.
Ah, thank you.
That'll make sure I get to.
Never heard of that one.
Ah,
Huh. Weird.
it's underground.
Oh, okay.
Probably not on your radar.
Yeah, hyper local. It
Yes.
really focuses on like the minutia of the Sacramento film scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
It's a minute-by-minute exploration of living in Sacramento. So we just, we'll do the J and 20th minute. So it's just like there's a portion of the corner of J and 20th. We just spend a minute there, and then we break that down
like
for over
you
an
dare
hour.
Daniel to walk across the street at like 11:30 at night with like 3 drinks in him.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole
Look
thing.
into it. I'll look into it.
Look into it.
pretty
Sounds
good.
fun.
Pretty good.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Smell it first.
Well, I'll tell you, it doesn't smell like a horse.
Not getting horse blanket. It's smelling a little sour,
Yep.
a little like roasty, but that might be remnants of the Yeti.
Yeah. It's pretty fruity. Like this is a little like winter spicy.
She's a little tart.
Ooh, yeah. That made the sides of my jowls tighten up. That's a tart beer.
Yeah.
It's giving me, and I don't know if it's because we just drank the Yeti, but like those like sour stouts that were a thing for a second.
Yeah.
It's giving me that kind of vibe.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys closed down, I think, April or May of 2020. I don't know how long this has been lasting. 2020. So
I know.
this is their one of their last batches they made.
Oh, it's with coffee.
Ah, look at the reader in the group.
I know.
I learned recently. That's been my COVID project.
What'd you learn?
How to read.
Like literally books or?
Just letters, sounds,
Yep.
pictures.
She can turn those letters into words.
I've been working on spatial relationships. You know, I can
Okay.
track now with my eyes.
Uh-huh.
Can't do any of this stuff.
No?
No.
Not in your wheelhouse?
No.
Ben, your foggy glasses game is unparalleled.
It's
Your mask
awful.
is even lowered and it's still fogged up.
Yeah, it's trying to defog, but I'm like, I'm gonna keep breathing into you. Do you mind?
Don't they make like stuff you can spray? Or,
Allegedly, it doesn't work
No,
long term.
I saw
Yeah.
something about cucumber slices.
Oh, dope! I can do that.
Like
You put them on. You put them on your glasses, and then you just don't go anywhere, and nobody will know.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And then you can't see anything, so you don't know that you're
Yeah,
not
and it's
in.
also a delicious
Super
snack.
chill. Super chill. Yeah, add some mayo for some reason, and
Oh,
put it on some wheat bread.
What?
Isn't that what people do? No, they do.
Maybe
They
your
do like
people,
a
my
dill
people
smear.
Put tahini, some lime juice, some tapatio.
See, that's way better. My sisters would put like mayo. I'm like, I don't understand the appeal of these sandwiches.
I think you just pickle them and then eat them when they're pickles because cucumbers are
I
nasty.
also like pickles.
I also like pickles. Becky hates pickles or anything pickled, and
What?
it's the worst part of the relationship.
All right. So I'm going to spill the beans here. My favorite sandwich of all time, my comfort food of all comfort foods, is peanut butter and pickle sandwich. If you like peanut butter and if you like pickles, you will like a peanut butter and pickle sandwich.
I don't like peanut butter that much.
Okay, well, there you
I
go.
never got into PB&J. I just like. I don't like
It's
it.
a lot of work.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Too much work for my jaw.
Yeah.
But
Makes you feel
I'm,
like a
I'm
horse.
telling you, anybody, if you're listening and you want to try a delicious snack that doesn't sound like it'd be delicious, peanut butter pickle sandwich.
Here's the thing. Have you ever had a peanut butter burger?
Yes, I have.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
It's really good. But the reason I had one is because somebody bought one and then like offered me a bite, like they cut a piece out. I think you have to do the same thing with a peanut butter pickle sandwich. No one's going to go make a whole sandwich of peanut butter and pickle.
Yeah,
You got to give them a slice.
you just got to break them off a little bit. First taste is free.
Yeah.
That's how we get you.
Took too small a slice.
Do you mama bird this or do you?
I think it's probably best.
Okay.
You can make sure that they're actually like
Because
getting
like sometimes I just don't want to chew it. Maybe it tastes good, but like I don't want to masticate.
Yeah,
And,
it
like,
seems
if someone
like
could do
because it's
that for
squishy.
me.
It's squishy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably the problem.
Yeah. you look like your face drinking
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is this reminding you of the horse?
I'm not. Yeah,
This is much harder than I would expect.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad about it at all.
oh, really? You're a fan?
Oh, I'm a fan.
You don't like sour beers, do you?
I do. I like Goses.
Okay. Yeah, because they're salty. You like pickles. Okay,
Exactly.
I see this.
This is a little too.
Pucker.
Yeah,
This is real puckery.
Yeah.
I did not expect this at all.
it's like a really sour now and later.
It's like what I saw before they
Yeah.
started the colonoscopy.
This is certainly pulling my teeth inward for sure.
And yeah, I do just get reminded of Reggie. That was my
Is
nickname
that
for
short for Reginald?
the Black Stallion. Isn't that a movie?
Yeah.
I mean, we should
I
watch
never
it.
watched it.
We should have watched the Black
I
Stallion.
don't think they have any beer in that. It's like about an 8-year-old kid riding a.
But he grows up to drink a lot of beer. That's what they don't tell you.
Like, once you bond with a horse and like lose your family, you're gonna drink.
Oh, he lost his family?
Doesn't he?
I don't
I never
know.
watched
I don't
it.
remember. I watched
don't
it when I
really watch a lot
was
of
like
horse
7.
movies.
I'm for sure have not seen that since I was like.
I know it's about
7
an
years old.
Arabian horse
Uh-huh.
and a child.
Yep.
That's-
And is there a train involved
I don't know.
or a boat?
I
Is
just said
is this horse on a boat?
It's a horse on a boat. I think it takes place in space.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Horses in space?
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
a horse. It's one of those horse space movies that there
Yeah.
was all the
I
I
rage.
watched.
Yeah,
Well, the
yeah.
problem
The
there is I think I was watching it right before I watched Michael Jackson Moonwalker, and so that became the problem.
They're
Which
like
is-
merged together in your
Yeah,
mind.
in my mind, they're the same film.
And Michael Jackson Moonwalker is the pinnacle of science fiction cinema. So
Right.
you can't. You're going down anytime you watch anything after that.
Yeah, it's a real
And
weird.
horses can moonwalk. So there's.
Yeah, it's majestic. I really
Yeah.
recommend you see it.
I just.
Did you see the Olympics when Snoop Dogg and Kevin Hart were doing the coverage and they were showing the horses and he's like, "Oh, it's crip walking." I forget what the actual like event was, but
when
the
they
horse,
kind of do that
the
dance.
little prancy dance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Destry?
Dressage,
Dressage.
No.
dressage.
Destry is a type of horse.
Why do you know horse types?
Because I dated one for like
Yeah.
3 years, a pretty famous one.
Yeah, and he's always looking at like what other kinds are trying to get in on his gal.
Yeah, exactly.
Up, gallop.
Nice save.
The worst.
I'm so talented.
I mean, I can tell you're a comedian.
No, this is not the kind of comedy anybody wants right now. It's the
I'm
only
a fan
kind
of
I know.
puns. I like puns.
I had an excuse to like not write new jokes during COVID. I just go back and tell the same puns. I'm like, guys, puns are my coping mechanism. This is just what I do.
They're the comfort food of jokes.
Yeah, it's so awful. It's just so hard to write like real jokes. That's really what it is. Like, I don't want to put the work in
Yeah.
of like making a point or having a point. I think some of my jokes do have points, but anyway, it's fine.
I've been bringing it up. I've done like 3 podcasts recently, and I've been bringing it up each time because I think I just revisited it. Is it Bo Burnham's Inside? Mm-hmm. I think that's going to be like the studied in a decade, the kind of COVID breakdown.
Yeah.
Not physical or mental breakdown. I'm just the breakdown, the explanation of everything we were going through, of the world where it was, or at least the United States where it was at that time.
Yeah, and at the end, like, by the way, after that, there was another year of it.
Yeah, right. And that's what
At least.
That's what I've been thinking.
Yeah,
It's like
he started this like 4 months in, and
he was so inspired to do all of that, and then it's like, oh yeah, but we're not done.
Yeah.
It didn't end.
it aired at the halfway point.
So will he have another special outside?
Even
Further inside.
In the doorway?
inner side.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like inner space.
Yeah,
But-
they shrink him. He goes inside himself.
Yeah.
Oh.
To see how his
really-
body is reacting to being stuck indoors for
Like
2
Magic
years.
School Bus style?
Yes. You got it.
Okay.
Yeah, so we see the different age range references. Me and you were saying inner space. She's like, oh, Magic School Bus.
I'm like, I watched both of those. I'm right into it.
I'm sorry I'm youthful.
Yeah.
My dad would have been like Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Did they shrink in that one?
No, but there was another one that they did.
Yeah,
A Fantastic Journey. That's
Okay.
what it is.
Yeah.
Fantastic Journey is where they take a dog and 2 cats, and then they shrink them, and they have to find their way home again.
I mean, I've
feel like
seen
you're talking
Honey, I
about
Shrunk the
Homeward
Kids
Bound.
before.
I want to see a Homeward Bound and Inner Space merging.
Oh.
They take 3 lost animals, shrink them, and I've dated one of them. They take 3 lost animals, shrink them, inject them into a scientist, and then they have to find their way home again.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this not just Alien?
It could be.
Yeah.
Could be
It's in
alien.
there. Yeah. Yeah. I like that the scientist ever there was like pause for effect, and then like, no, you don't do that here. See, because it was animal pause.
Yes.
But
Pause.
See,
Pause for effect.
they're coming hot and heavy, folks.
I can't stop. If I
It's very
think I'm-
highbrow humor. Like
It's not.
it's very nuanced.
It is. It's subtle.
I
Yeah.
watched an explainer video of why puns are like so smart. I'm like, I hate this person explaining this so much. This deserves nowhere near the time, and I think you're wrong. And, like, I'm so mad. It's like, I get it now. They think I'm this person.
All right, so we've all binged like stuff during lockdown and during the recent year. What is a thing that you've learned like you don't think you would have learned outside of that from all your like binging or reading or whatever you did?
Oh man, I gotta tell you, I did not make any attempts to better myself in any way.
You're learning how to raise a human.
Yeah, that's what I did. I accidentally made a human.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I guess
He learned how babies were made.
Yeah, I learned how. Oh, I did learn how to save money. I learned how to.
That's a good.
Save money, not spend it recklessly, which is a crazy lesson to learn.
When you're bringing another life into the world, that is
I learned it before that.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, oh, it keeps carrying over. This is crazy. Like, what is this fourth digit in my bank account? Like, it used to be like, oh, I got a third digit. That's pretty nice.
Right, yeah.
There's a comma?
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck is this? So that's fun.
Yeah, I'm used to 4 digits, or I used to be used to 4 digits in my bank account where there was a decimal between.
Yeah,
that
was my 4 digits for a long
And there
time.
was a negative sign before the 4 digits.
That's imaginary. That's what I learned in math.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was going back for another drink.
You hate it.
Yeah. With we got this
They're
bucket.
closed, right?
Yeah, they're closed.
Okay, I'm not a fan. Yeah.
Well, that's just because it's a style that.
You don't
Exactly.
like the style.
No,
it's not
yeah,
bad
no-
beer.
But
Exactly.
also, this do you like saisons and things like that?
I'm iffy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's also winter, so to me that's more of a summer
Yeah.
for me. You guys are the beer experts.
There's Henhouse made a winter saison, and it was very strange compared to a regular saison. But this one, I think anybody who bought it thinking, "Oh, I'm going to get a saison," would be like, "I didn't get a saison."
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's the barrel age, the coffee. It's not a basic farmhouse ale at all.
Yeah.
So is this something this size of this bottle, which is a pint and 9
Maybe
ounces?
750 ml, no?
No, I think
Yeah,
it's
750 mil. Good call, Paulina. So it's a pint and 9 ounces, right? Is this something you guys would drink in one sitting?
Normally
No.
it's sharing.
Yeah, it's a share bottle. Yeah.
Usually these are like special, like this is their anniversary beer.
Or
This is something-
seasonal.
Yeah, usually it's like not a year-round release, unless it's like some of the Belgian stuff. But even then, like you're usually sharing those in
Yeah.
a big bottle, or you have a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, and the problem is like sometimes people don't want that beer, and you're like, boy.
I got that
think
laying around.
It's been tough because like I think before COVID hit, bottle shares for me were becoming like this, like who's got the new hot stuff?
Yeah,
I'm like, I
it's
just
like
want to get.
work.
Can we just drink the stuff that came in 22-ounce bottles 5 years ago, please? They've just been sitting
Yeah,
around.
if you bring in like basic beer, you get like shamed
Yeah.
for it.
I'm like,
They're
hey-
oh, you brought
Really?
this? What kind of
Yeah.
new brought the shelf turd?
Yeah, it's like I brought you a bunch of Belgians I've been storing. Like, we don't do Belgians anymore. That's a starter beer. I'm like, but it's 22 ounces and it's like 9%. Please don't make me do this alone.
Yeah.
So every hobby or every group has its snobs.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, fucking insufferable. I'll say it right here on the mic. Insufferable.
And it's always the people who like don't actually know the most. That's why they think like the hype beers are the best beers,
Yeah.
but like they're not actually quality beers. And normally it's so many ingredients. You're not actually tasting beer. It's like
Yeah, it's the Dunning-Kruger effect where you think you know more than you do. But then if you're like, because that's why when you become like a beer nerd, you're like, hey, I just want a lager while I'm
Yeah.
here. Like, thank you.
yeah.
I don't quite know what the Dunning-Kruger effect is, but I'm pretty sure I don't have it.
I think you're showing symptoms.
That's the joke! Bang, 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 bang.
That's too highbrow for me. Just keep it to puns. But Corky, we have a bucket.
Yeah, okay.
It's
What are
allowed
we-
to be used
are you
for.
dumping?
Is this the fuck it bucket?
Yep. This is
Okay.
the. Yep. You're good on that. Totally fine. I'm nearly done with my thing. We haven't talked anything about what we think 2022 will be.
I don't think it's getting any better.
Yep. Yeah, it just seems
We're
like
having a whole surge, and people are still refusing to wear masks, going out wherever they can. I'm seeing a ton of my accounts are struggling because restaurants and bars have to, one, like they're limiting hours just because of surge. Two, everyone in their staff is getting sick, and they don't have enough staff as it is.
yeah,
It's not encouraging.
yeah. No, and our government is again failing us. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the saddest thing to me is that, like, I do think, like, kids need to go to school, but it's not, if for the reason is that the government won't support parents being able to stay home and provide for that. Like,
Yeah.
if you could do that, great. Kids could stay home, they could learn remotely, but that's not possible. People have to work, people have to take care of their families. you're not providing for them. There's no impetus to do that with our government.
Yeah.
And there should be.
Yeah.
It's making me sadder that also now they're figuring out ways to profitize and maximize.
Yeah.
This whole home testing thing, you can see that it's just for years down the line that when people have pre-existing conditions or problems from COVID-related illnesses, it's like, well, we don't have anything on record that you tested positive.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you've got like 3 home tests telling you.
Yeah. And he was like, I'll stay home because like, oh, if you want to go get tested by like somebody who have a record, you can't get in for 7 days and most likely you'll be negative by then.
Yeah.
And we'll have no record. It's just
I have a friend who works at a place where if you test negative, come into work with your home test. But if you get sick and you need to stay home, they need that positive test to be an RP, one of theirs, not a home test. And it's just so they now have record of why they don't have an employee on and can get spiffs.
Money for it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, but the test takes so long now.
Mm-hmm.
Like what happened? Oh yes, Becky got a very fun story for me. First baby Christmas was done by Skype or Zoom, whatever. FaceTime. I don't know what apps we're using. I'm an old man because Becky had COVID.
Oh, no.
So she stayed in our bedroom, and I went into our spare bedroom / office with the baby. That was baby's first Christmas. Awesome. So I was like, I'm going to go get a test. And they're like, we can't see you for 3 days. I'm like, okay, like our test results will be there for 1 to 2 days. That's what it said on the website. 1 to 2 days, you'll get your results. They're like, yeah, we'll get back to you in 3 to 4 days. I'm like, what the fuck? Man?
Right.
Like, it's not a valid result anymore at that point. And so by that standard, you're supposed to be going to work that whole time, even though you're likely positive. It's just, I mean, I was negative, but, you know, like, it's a mess.
I had an appointment to get tested. I went to Vegas with my boyfriend's family before Christmas. And so just to be safe, I was like, I'll get a test when I get back. It's like, I wore masks. We stayed in the hotel most of the time because my knee is trashed. And I was like, I'm not walking around the strip and whatever, but I'm going to break everything. I had an appointment, and it still took over 2 hours to get in and get tested.
Yep.
Like, it was drive-through, and it was just rolling through Cal Expo.
Yeah.
Where does this line go?
Yeah, that's where I went. Yeah, it was so long. So long. Yeah, I went to, and then I had to bring my baby to get tested. Oh my! And like people were just like, "What do you mean I can't get all of my family tested? I set up for an appointment." Like, yes, you set up for one appointment.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be one per person, and like, just like everybody's yelling about things. Like, what do I even have insurance for? I'm like, well, I mean, this is a free test regardless of
you're not going
insurance
to your
standards.
doctor. I've had really good experiences with UC Davis in their testing. They do drive-through. They have like 2 different times a day where you show up, and I get results within the same day.
Yeah.
I've been lucky. I've been tested so many times. Negative every time.
Yeah,
I love UC Davis. It was the best medical insurance experience I've ever had.
Yeah. I missed them already. I just changed insurance.
By choice?
New job.
Yep.
So it was either Kaiser or the PPO, and I don't like Kaiser. Because they're good if you're healthy, which I'm not.
Right.
So I know that about myself. So now I'm going like with Mercy.
Oh,
Which I haven't.
I had terrible experience.
Okay. I just met my primary care doctor. She seemed really cool, but we'll see.
Yeah, it really is like it's with any company.
Yeah.
You're like you got to find the person. Like I had Kaiser years ago, and I could not have wanted to see my doctor any less than I did. I was like, I hate this.
Yeah.
But now I have it again because my company dropped my previous health insurance company. Because why not? Just in the midst, just stop it. So now I'm back on Kaiser because Becky has Kaiser, so the baby's on Kaiser.
Yeah.
So that's just all. So I'll get on that.
I love when politicians describe it as we have like the right to choose our own health care. We have all these choices. It's like, no, you get choice between 2 that your employer will provide you, and there's not that.
Sometimes you get 2. Sometimes your employer's like, one.
Yes, sometimes, and there's not much difference between the 2 unless you want to pay an exorbitant fee.
Yeah.
And then even if you do that, the ideal thing is that you never have to use it, but now you're just paying a grip for it.
Yeah. Awful. And it's like all that money we're spending could be put into like, I don't know, like some sort of like coffer that collects for like the nation.
Yeah.
And then like they use all that money to like enforce some sort of authority where they, I don't know, control the price of medication and care.
You would think, you would love.
Like maybe an MRI is $600 everywhere as opposed to like $600 one place and $3,000 somewhere else. Maybe that could be a thing we could consider. But unfortunately, as I've talked to more and more people, it seems like nobody wants to roll out an imperfect plan because God knows everything's perfect all the time.
There's no money in that.
Well, there's the bill. I haven't looked into it that much that they just put forward, or Newsom did, for universal health care in California.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's going to be
the trial.
We'll see. It's not going to go through.
I don't think it'll go through.
It's not going to happen.
it's gonna get so much pushback because it's like, well, what do I do when I go out of state? And it's like, God, it's just like there's so many questions. But like, it's like, hey, just so you know, most drastic changes are gonna have some hiccups, and we'll fix them.
Yeah,
that's like.
But I think, as we just said,
the demand for perfection immediately is what's causing the problem.
If that forces businesses to adopt their model that they enforce, that would be great for California businesses.
Yeah.
To be providing that for California workers.
Yeah. If it was just a payroll tax that came out as opposed to like you paid into your taxes each year, it'd be like, oh, you're already paying that towards your health insurance anyway. It doesn't affect your paycheck at all. It's an easy fix.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Why don't they elect us?
Yeah.
I mean...
Well, we don't have any business experience, Corky.
And I have a disturbing dating history, so I probably couldn't get public office.
The history of bestiality might hurt.
I mean, I don't look at it like that, but I could see how me saying that I did date several animals would make...
I think you get the furry vote, and it's a pretty big portion.
Thank you.
Corky
the
here,
cryptozoologist vote?
The use of the word beast. That's where I take offense. They have a gentle soul, and I don't know why you keep referring to them as beasts.
I would like to point out all the animals I said I dated were imaginary animals. This is a work of fiction.
Except for Mr. Tumnus. That really happened.
Yeah, well, you know, you say that now, but they're going to cut the clip the way they need to.
Oh, I don't know.
Mr. Tumnus from, I went to Wardrobe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From Narnia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got it.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't in Voyage of the Dawn Treader. I don't know. That's not true.
He played the creepy little flute, put the kids to sleep.
Yeah, James McAvoy played him in the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, really?
It's a very confusing time for me.
See, Paulina's drifting over into my camp.
Then there was a guy from Manos the Hands of Fate. That guy with the goat legs.
Torgo.
Yeah.
Torgo the goat boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a thing for you?
No. It's not a thing for anybody.
Okay.
This probably is, though. Maybe one person's like, oh, yeah, Torgo.
I just recently saw a still photo. This is just for me, Ben, and 3 nerds out there. I recently saw a still photo from the opening night of Manos Hands of Fate. They opened it up in Austin, Texas. Studded out in tuxes, limos, women in mink stole finery in the 1960s. And it's like, for Manos Hands of Fate,
they thought they had a winner.
Yes.
They thought they had it.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
This is the worst movie of all time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's so bad. But they were so sure they had nailed this, like, cult movie.
Yeah.
Like, no, not like a cult movie you'll talk about in years. Like, it's a movie about cult.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's true.
So that's where we got it from. Yeah. God. But yeah, also, like, you know, you did something. You're proud of it. You want to come out and show people it's a big...
You made a lot of money contracting. You used it to make a movie. And then on opening night, which is also the last night that it's ever going to get shown in theaters.
You show out.
Yeah.
That's just like business 101. Make a spectacle. And then realize that your lead can't act.
Yeah.
And, oh, boy.
There was probably nobody let in the theater so they could make it look like there was a line outside.
Yeah.
It's a good business strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just marketing.
Are
you looking for our next beer?
I'm ready to dive into your option here, Paulina.
All right. So this is technically, I mean, do we consider pandemic starting March 2020 is really when it hit?
Even though December was like the time when we started getting...
Yeah, but that's when like lockdown, that's when everyone was like,
March 13th.
This is actually a thing. Like it's not just in other countries.
Just 1 month prior.
Yeah.
Paulina Olivares.
It's not going to explode.
Jaunted down to Santa Rosa, California.
I did not. It was gifted.
Oh, somebody else jaunted down.
I don't wait in line for beer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. I remember. So, Becky loves sours, and Rush River makes incredible sours. So, like, I decided to be romantic for Valentine's one day and, like, drive down there. So, like, get, like, a flight of sours and, like, have a good time. And then I got there, like, what the fuck is this line? Then I realized what it was. And, we did not get in. We got in.
Oh,
we were, like, 5 people away from being in. Like, nobody else is coming in tonight. That's it. Thank you. And so we ended up getting, like, an old bottle of, like, Racer 5 at a pizza place. And the pizza was bad, and it was like, oh my God.
Bad pizza. That's what love is.
Yeah.
Love is bad pizza.
Fortunately, a couple days later, I had to go back down in that area for work, and I was just like snuck into their like bottle shop and bought some sours and brought them home.
But that sounds exactly like something I would do on Valentine's Day. Be like, oh my God, I'm gonna be so romantic. We're gonna do this thing that I did not prepare for in any way ahead of Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
See how that sold up. Yeah, I've never had the bottle. I mean, I was gifted one, but like, I've never waited in line for this. So
I've waited for it 3 times. It's not ideal.
It's like sweet.
Super citrus sweet. Yeah, it's like drinking a grapefruit. This is grapefruit juice.
This is such a great metaphor for the past year and what we're facing right now. Just tempered expectations.
For a long time, this was considered the best beer in the world, Corky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking my cue from you guys. You guys both made faces and said it's
days,
not great.
hours. Like, have you heard of this beer?
I've heard of
The Elder.
yeah.
This is the Younger. This used to be draft only. It wasn't until this was the first year that they bottled it, right?
First year they bottled it. Yeah.
You had to
And
wait in
doomed
line
us all.
at the brewery, or find out when local bars had a keg and were going to tap it. It's always secret, and you only get like a little bit.
Yeah, you get like a 6-ounce pour.
Yeah. This is like the beer, the hype beer of
But
all
we're not
hype
happy
beers.
about it?
This is
Well,
old.
this is 2 years old.
Gotcha.
Are you happy about it? You're allowed to have your own feelings and opinions on this.
I liked it better than the last one.
Oh yeah, I think this is much more up your avenue.
Yeah, this is... I could see why this would be a great beer.
It's just like, I mean, I think because it's refrigerated, it's not cardboardy.
Okay, yeah.
It's not. You still get a little bit of the hot bitterness. It hasn't completely fallen off.
Yeah.
But
It is sweet, though.
It's so sweet.
I'm getting that sweet right now.
Yeah.
But that's just like, if you put this much hops into things, they just become thick sweet
Yeah.
over time.
Thick Sweet's another one of my exes.
Yeah. Some people like toot sweet. I'm here for the thick sweet.
Yeah, Thick Sweet. That's what we called him.
What animal was he?
He was a pangolin. Met him when I toured the American Southwest. Because he was coming up from South America.
Yeah.
One of the few times you didn't fly too close to the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I actually left him.
Yeah, good. I'm
for
glad that you
you.
finally had the strength to do that. He was always like, "Penguin, we gonna get married," and you're like, "Stop bothering me about it."
Not a penguin, Ben. A pangolin.
Well, I'm sorry. What's a pangolin?
See, and that was a big common problem.
Yeah, I expected one
I
thing.
I
When you
introduced
came-
him to
when
my
you came
family, and
through
they were
my door on
expecting Chili Willy.
Thanksgiving, Yeah.
They set out fish, and I was like, "He's a vegetarian." You don't. Nobody knows. You guys don't know what pangolins
No.
are?
No, what's a
Oh, the
penguin?
most adorable animal. They're like an armadillo
I
that
doubt
walks
it.
upright. No. Okay.
Have you seen a quokka?
Yes.
Do you think something's cuter than that?
Yes.
No, I follow a few pages of that.
Oh, I
on
follow like
Instagram.
8 capybaras.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
obsessed.
Yeah, I got like one time I was just feeling down and somebody like showed me those. I'm like, wait, and they just sent me like a bunch of accounts.
Yeah.
Like follow. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the stuff.
I definitely have been wanting to go to Seacrest in Folsom because you can feed capybaras and pet them.
Oh.
But it's full of children, and I don't want to be that weird 32-year-old lady
Yeah.
alone
Why?
petting a capybara.
I feel like
That's
people
my
understand.
Look at
It's a Pokemon.
It's got a little pigeon toe
Oh
walk.
yeah. Okay, yeah. That's like that's you can
He looks
weaponize
very
that
polite.
animal.
Like, please, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're cute and like an old wizard
I feel like
trapped inside of an animal's body weight.
yeah. Yeah, imagine that villain from the awful movie. What's it called? You know.
Great. Good description.
You're welcome.
Sorry, I'm
when they had to
a
release
little wrapped up.
the
I'm
Snyder Cut one.
Justice League.
Yes, Justice League. They had the villain. It looks a lot like the villain
Oh, okay.
with the shiny scales.
See, I'm sorry. I'm just looking through images of pengulins now, and I'm kind of
Yeah, just
thinking about
reliving old
texting.
days. Yeah, yeah.
You up? Whatever
I'm saying
happened
he's,
with us?
Half there. I'm half up.
Oh, look at that. It's a picture of us. He's on my shoulder.
Oh my God! Come on. Yeah, how do you say no to
It's
that?
called a pangolin?
Yeah, pangolin.
I never knew what that was called.
Yeah, I've seen that animal before. I did not know that was what it was called. Super cute.
Super adorable, right?
Yeah, that must have been very hard to say goodbye.
It was. It was so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
Yeah.
To Thick Sweet.
Are you going to sing it?
No, Ben will put
Now
that
you'll
on
do the
his-
low part,
his
correct?
baby album.
From the off-mic conversation, he will do the low part.
Oh, speaking of off mic, we did not give Ken.
And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, if he's down for it.
Kenneth.
We have additionals if you would be interested.
cerveza?
Is there any Pliny left? Or
Yeah, or do you want a farmhouse sour with coffee or a 2-year-old Pliny the Younger?
or both?
You'll like that one.
It's sour. It came out super sour.
I know you. Do you want me to pour it?
Hell yeah. And it's
Cheers.
not a big ABV, which is nice.
Yeah.
Ken, I'm going to nominate best off-mic guest we've ever had.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Did you go way back to
Yeah.
7th grade?
Because usually my off-mic guests are people screaming, "What are you doing?"
This is a playground. There are children here.
Sir, you can't be in here. That's what they say.
Yeah.
This is a bank.
Oh my god.
So what do you think about 22? Man who brought a life into the world.
Yeah, it's terrifying, and I'm not. I have no reason to be over optimistic. That's a Who lyric. All right.
Does your baby recognize you with this on?
Yes, she has learned to recognize me on that. I found that out a couple of days ago. She's like, "Oh, she gets it. She
Gotcha.
gets it. This is what's happening."
How old? I'm sorry, how old?
She's 10 weeks.
Oh my, that's still just a little.
She's massive. She's such a giant fucking baby.
She bouncing her face out like on your chest.
Oh yeah,
Looking for milk.
yeah, nuzzling. Let me get in there. I'm like, there's nothing there. It's like, well, let me in.
You can keep working.
Yeah.
How many times have you been peed on?
You know what? I've only been peed on 5 times, and one time was
Only once with her.
yeah. I've been pooped on
I
once.
didn't pay for.
Pooped on once. The thing is, I know my child. The first time I got peed on, I was like, oh, I think I know what goes on here. She does a double pee. She pees and then she waits like 45 seconds and
Yep.
pees again.
Gotcha.
So you gotta like.
You gotta learn the moves.
You gotta wait. Like I think she only peed the one time. I gotta give her time to pee the second time. But like people would watch my kid like, oh, she just peed. Can you take her? And I'm like, okay, because I was like, oh, thank you so much for watching my child. I'm like, okay. And then I get peed on that way. That's how I usually get peed on. Is that I take the baby from somebody else.
And that person pees on you.
Yeah, they both pee on me. And it's like
peristaltic
really,
chain reaction of piss.
yeah, it's so it's not great. But
That's
it's
how they
good.
thank you.
But I don't think it's happened since since like the 5th week. So I'm doing
Okay,
I'm 5 weeks clean.
good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So doing pretty good.
I mean, there's still plenty of time.
Oh yeah, I for sure jinxed it now.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's gonna happen as soon as I get home.
That is my favorite thing with, because I have children. I can't say children anymore. I have
they're
adults,
adults.
23 and 19. But my favorite thing with like newer parents is, oh well, she used to do this, but now we're good. Now
Right.
it does. It's like, oh, you're just in a lull.
Oh,
right
you think
now.
your teenager stopped peeing on you? You're dead wrong.
I have a puppy underneath me. I'm so excited.
Is that the puppy with the backwards jacket on?
Yeah.
That is adorable.
He's had to solve mysteries this week.
Wishbone?
Wishbone just came to visit.
He's like a college mascot. He's got a little sweater on.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's going to be a disastrous year, and I'm not looking forward to it at all. I'm hoping to spend several weeks of it laid up after surgeries.
Are you getting surgery?
I don't know yet.
You're getting injections.
Fun fact, that health insurance switch really screwed me. I was supposed to get a surgical
Yeah.
consult. They're like, hey, the earliest we can do is January 2nd. I'm like, haha.
You just cooked in another year.
Don't get to do. No, I've been super aggressive with my current health insurance. I'm like, I've already I'm like, when's my primary care available? Like, I don't know. Like, you can do like a phone thing. Like, so I did the phone thing. I'm like, hey, we need to get me scans because I know you're gonna want your own scans, even though I just had them done 2 fucking weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they put the referral in without any imaging, they cancel the referral. It's the dumbest thing.
So I got those done. Then I met my primary this last week already. So I'm like, he's like, I'm gonna try to fast track you. Then I get a call like, we need to do an X-ray. I'm like, you have the MRI already. What's the anyway?
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. So I'm hoping
And
to
this is
get.
for the hip?
This is for the hip and back. Yeah.
Both, yeah.
Yeah. It's super cool.
Yeah, I'm still dealing with my back stuff. So I'm seeing they just put in the referral for the special stuff to get another X-ray. I haven't done an MRI in like 2 years, so I don't know if I'm better or worse. But...
Yeah.
Do you have to do the whole body one?
No. I've done those for cancer stuff, but not for like other fun.
I can't do them.
It's scary.
You get panicky.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually call it a whole body scan for the ones I've had to do for cancer. You take the radioactive pill. It's like a tracer dose. And then you like lay down in this thing and then it like lifts up and then you have this screen coming down like just closer and closer to your face.
Yeah.
Like if you blink it's like 2 inches closer and you just lay there for an hour trying not to move.
Yeah.
One time they had me go back in for another 30 minutes because I had some like it like glows.
Yeah.
The radiation does.
Yep.
It was in my stomach, so they were just making sure I didn't have anything spread there. It was just because I was like peeing out the pill. And I threw up like right after. I was like, "Is that normal?" Because you're like getting exposed to like radiation from the imaging, but then also I swallowed. So
yes,
it's like that was fun.
I had to go in for one, and they give you the thing, and they're like, "Just press this button if you start freaking out. If you're in there, you know."
I didn't have that.
Let us know, because the one I was on, you lay down. They lock a thing over.
Was that an MRI though?
Yeah, for my head.
Yeah.
So they lock a thing over your head, so you're like kind of the man in the iron mask.
Hannibal Lecter.
And then they're gonna pull you into this donut.
Yeah.
You know, you go, and then I got about this far, and I was like, bing, 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 bing. I was like, nope, can't, nope,
If you're at a really good office, sometimes they give you headphones that play music, and they let you choose. They're like, "What bands do you like?" And they'll like go on Pandora and like find the radio, because the MRIs are really loud. So if you're scared of that already, it's a lot.
I'm in a show called MRI, and it
Masters of Rap Improv.
Exactly, yeah. And it was born out of someone have been in an MRI, because he kind of got in the lull of the sound.
Yeah, it's got a beat.
Yeah.
Like,
there's a rhythm, for sure.
And that's how he said he got through it. He was just freestyling in his head to it. And then he was like, MRI, Masters of Rap. And then him and Justine started the show.
Yeah. Justine Lopez, friend of the show.
Yeah, one of the funniest people I know.
Oh, my God. So great. Love her so much. But yeah, a ridiculous performer. So talented.
Uh-huh. Absolutely fearless performer.
You can't not watch her.
Just knows what. Yeah, just amazing. Wish I had the guts.
Yeah.
You haven't gone up there yet?
Huh?
You don't have the guts?
No, just to be as free and as willing to just. She's a great physical comedian, probably the best physical comedian I know, and I wish I had. I don't have that. I'm like kind of more cerebral and acting, but I can't be physical funny. Like, she can be fucking free with her body and funny.
Yeah. And just like all aspects of improv, she just
nails it.
Character creation, nails it. Voices, nails it. Performance, nails it.
Can do a funny face, and you're like, oh yeah, funny face, but no, she will make you laugh doing a funny face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Truly one of the best performers I've ever seen. And I remember I saw her like before she was like, promoted to ACL. She was just like on the JV leagues. I was like, this is just a speed bump.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
it's inevitability.
Yeah. Like, you could tell. There's people that you see that you're just like, they have it.
And one of the just coolest people.
Oh, yeah. It's fucking awesome.
Fuck a bucket.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah. I mean,
it was getting perfumey for me.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good description.
Like, when my mom used to douse me in perfume as a kid, and my mouth would be open. And so that was giving just flashbacks. I'm traumatized again.
Yeah.
I just noticed you have the Tower Bridge on your neck.
Oh, yeah.
That is awesome.
I'm also wearing Campus.
Oh, cute.
Nice.
Yeah.
Supporting for this podcast.
Yeah.
For the, very visual media.
I have a face for podcasts.
Yeah.
I have a feet for
But
television.
you've also been featured as one of the best beer Instagrams to follow.
Absolutely.
By who?
Somebody.
I don't think so.
There's a whole thing. There's a whole thing about you.
I don't think there was a thing about
Paulina's
me.
Instagram is great.
Favorite beer Instagrammers. You were on. There was like a couple days ago. Why are you doing this to me?
No. I was saying who the favorites were.
But they were talking to you because they were one of their favorites.
I mean, I don't know. I can't tell you that I'm one of his favorites.
That's literally what it says.
He just emails and says, "Hey, you want to do this Q&A?" And I'm like, "Cool." Yeah, for beer selfie.
Yeah, but you're also always on those lists. You're always constantly being talked to. About your killer Instagrams.
That's because I'm friends with people.
She's also, Paulina's the best at taking compliments, I've noticed. Like, the girl will just lap them up and will not fight you at every instance. She's even uncomfortable with that.
Yeah. I was like, man, they're like, there's no reason for you to be here. Why are you slumming it? Get out of here.
No, that was, I was saying what my favorites were. Which were they were all women. But yeah, they're all really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like them.
Yeah.
But it wasn't me. No one said me.
I think the article's like, I reached out to some of my favorite beer Instagrammers to see who their favorite beer Instagrammers were. So it's one of those A to C away improv-y things.
I don't take your word for it.
Yes, and I'm not right.
Just shut down your premise at every instance.
Yeah. Oh my God. I took improv classes.
No, I didn't know that.
I was so bad.
Really?
Yeah.
How bad were you?
No offense, but I could see it.
Yeah,
I could see that.
No, I think I was very helpful to the other classmates, and that
Sure.
they got to learn what not to do in improv.
Yeah.
Which is a nice thing to have.
It's a difference between, what's funny. You're a funny person. You know the joke, and you can follow the joke. But it's different tool than being able to perform it and play along
I have
someone.
no characters. I have no voices. I was like, this isn't... I was in a rut writing. I was like, I think this will help me with my writing, and it didn't. But that's my own personal issue. But yeah. But
so 2022, you're going to take another class?
No.
Corky can teach you.
No. But the one person I always had rapport with was Ben Marcel. We could always crush.
Yeah,
a scene.
he's a funny guy.
We could crush a scene.
Yeah,
he's
in LA
Ben
now,
connection.
right?
Yeah. It's that Ben connection. We're like, we know what it's like to be a Ben. Oh boy, let's get out there and do it.
Convention?
Between two Bens?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some way to put this together.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not smart enough because my woman
I feel like a convention would be very awful.
A convention?
Yeah.
Just Bens.
We're both conventionally unattractive, and
it's you, Ben Affleck,
Ben Shapiro,
the guy from the box of rice.
I don't need two Ben Rices in there.
Oh yeah. I said the guy from the box of rice like it's not named after him.
You know that Ben Rice?
Yeah. That's me.
Well, there was that other Ben Rice that you tagged on Instagram.
Oh yeah, Ben Rice Live, the blues musician.
Maybe he.
Oh, is that who that was?
Yeah.
How do you know I wasn't talking about him?
Because you said that you meant to tag Ben, and you corrected yourself.
Yeah. It's fine.
I do that too when I go to tag you. I'll look Ben and like, oh no, he's podcasting.
Yeah, because I don't need to be a person in the world.
Famous.
You just made me paranoid that I tagged the wrong guy in the most recent.
Oh, no, the one from today.
Yeah. No. Me and Ben Rice have kicked it. It's fine. We're good friends.
I don't think it was that Ben Rice. I think it was just like a rando Ben Rice.
There's also a bunch of Ben Rices out there. There's an award-winning author, Ben Rice.
Oh.
There's
maybe he'll do a reading at the convention.
There's a fitness guru, Ben Rice, obviously not me, and a publicity-seeking attorney in Santa Cruz named Ben Rice.
I don't think any other famous people. I mean, I've definitely Googled my name. It's not that common.
Yeah.
They're out there.
Yeah. I'd imagine.
But not
in America. We do not allow that many
some in America.
unusual names to become.
There is a winery in Spain, Olivares. It's like Bodega Olivares. And so I've had a few of their wines. I'm like, okay, I need to go to Spain and like.
Hell yeah!
These are my distant cousins, my colonizer cousins.
There's no Corky McDonald's, but there is There's a couple John McDonald's, which is my birth name. There's one who writes poetry, and I'm not a fan. And then there's like an IRA terrorist.
Which you are a fan.
I am. I support wholeheartedly. But so there's not going to be a Corky concorcation like the convention.
Yeah, concoction. A concoction sounds fun.
That does sound like a fun experiment.
New name for the cocktail. It's a concoction when you start doing them.
Okay, concoction.
Yeah, but because what is it? Is a cockcast?
Oh yeah, when we make cocktails.
Cockcast tail?
Cockcast?
We say it's cockcasting time when we. What? I don't get it. What are you talking about?
I was listening to that on accident.
Yeah.
And then I started talking about it when I used to date roosters.
Yeah. All right, guys, I brought a special treat.
Coke? Sorry. I think we learned a little bit about me.
It is Sacramento.
Definition of special.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that one.
Oh no, that's for later.
This is the one he tried to pawn off on me earlier.
No, that's the pull ripcord in case of emergency. I think that's actually my big finale.
What if this is the cure for COVID?
Very possibly.
Oh, it's not gonna explode.
All right, 0 explosions. I'm glad we got this
Okay,
bucket.
so this one's toothpaste seltzer, right?
Yep, this is Barrel Brothers Seltzer in Place Candy Cane Hard Seltzer. 5%, 100 calories, gluten free.
Nice.
Given to me, what was that? June of 2020. Like August of 2020.
August.
There's probably a canning date on this thing, right?
I don't know. I feel like it's illegal on seltzer.
Nope. November 25th, 2020.
I've been holding in a burp, and I feel like it's going to slip out.
So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Candy cane seltzer. The kind of seltzer we all wanted.
Oh, my goodness, it is.
There you go, buddy.
Thank you, Ben.
A lot of bubbles.
How are we feel about seltzers just on the general day-to-day? We don't feel about them?
I don't feel them. I try them. I have yet to find one that wasn't gross to me.
Crooked Lane makes a really good seltzer. So this
is so bad.
It smells like a...
Oh, my God.
It smells like a candy cane Hershey's Kiss.
This smells awful.
With piss.
Yeah, there's something amiss.
Oh, this definitely smells like your pee the morning after Christmas.
If you ate that foot-long candy cane.
All the York's peppermint patties.
Yeah.
It smells like an Andes mint that you find on the street.
Which corner in Sacramento?
8th and N.
Okay.
This is an Andes below average for those baseball card fans out there. It smells
first, and then as soon as you stop sniffing, something weird sneaks in there. I don't know what that is.
I'm waiting for you guys to take the first sip.
It smells like urine.
It does.
I smell urine.
That's exactly the biggest note I get.
You're in for a surprise.
I'm so scared.
Oh, this is carbonated farts. That's. Oh, there's the mint.
Why is the mint in the nose and not in the flavor?
It's coming. You'll get it, and it's gonna be weird.
It tastes like.
You like stale mint? Spearmint's pretty good, but have you had stale mint?
It tastes like used dental floss.
It's super old mint because it's super old mint.
Yeah, like the mint dental floss. You use it, and then you go back for a second swipe. That's the taste I'm getting.
So we brought this bucket. My
tongue hates this.
It's been 2 years of shutdown, and I still had the positive frame of mindset that I have 4 cans. I'm gonna bring all 4 in case somebody likes it.
Are you sure that they didn't just can the water after the dentist brushes your teeth?
Yeah.
This is
from one spit bucket to another.
This is a prank beer.
Do you think this was better when it was fresh?
I imagine it was. Not demonstrably better. Demonstrably better, but not good.
I'm just amazed with how much you could smell the mint and how little you can taste.
That's a great point.
How do they do that?
That's a great point. It is all aroma, and no, it's not taste.
That'll happen though. It's just like in beers, we get a big thing in the nose and it's barely there.
But mint? That's a pretty specific smell. That's hard to get as an aroma.
I don't know.
I think we can agree that Paulina kind of likes it because she did not go to the fuck it bucket like we did.
Yeah,
I'm staring at it in disbelief.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense.
It's clear. It's completely clear, bubbly as hell.
But now you can't tell.
No.
Now that the head's settled,
there's just a few little bubbles.
It's just like dirty water.
I'm gonna smell it again.
Like the last of wringing out of a washcloth.
Oh, now it smells more like urine.
Yeah, but my glass still smells like urine and mint.
Oh yeah, this is gonna stick.
Which is how Santa's lap smells after a long day at the mall.
Oh,
That's what this should be called.
Santa's lap.
Santa's
Seltzer.
sweaty lap.
Oh god. Now the seltzer in place was a pretty good idea for a run
That's
of
not
seltzers. But
it's not bad. But
as far as seltzers, there's not a lot of good ones. I like Crooked Lanes.
I'm gonna try theirs.
It's really good.
I did try Drake's had a mango, but it was more like the smoothie seltzer. So I think that's why I was like, it's like puree.
That's
So of course I'm gonna like it.
Yeah, that's not the same. That's
I'm not against the concept.
Right.
I mean, I could go for it, but this was.
They serve a purpose. It's just I don't. Now that we're all inside, there's no purpose to a seltzer. Seltzers. Oh yeah. Hey. We
have another guest.
Yeah.
It smells like urine.
There you go. That's what. Just check that date on the bottom if you would be so kind. Oh, he's thinking he's got some mosaic in here.
All of that
You like that year-old seltzer? Year-old candy cane seltzer? It's real bad.
That's from 2020, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I would definitely rather drink the old Pliny the Younger.
Yeah.
Yep.
But so far, the Farmhouse, I think, has been a favorite.
I mean,
I love sour, so.
Yeah.
My favorite's the Yeti.
The
so
Yeti,
far.
I think, we started strong and we've been whimpering ever since.
We really did, in order best to, strongest to.
Yeah. So, excuse me, do we want to pull this ripcord?
Are we done?
I just want to know if you want to pull this.
Yeah, I mean,
so what I was thinking is
you're going to keep it for another 3 years.
So, Campus sprung out of the ashes of YOLO Brewing, which sprung out of Sac City Brews or whatever.
Brew It Up. That's what it is.
Brew It
Sac
Up,
City
right?
Brews else.
So, which was like, hey, we'll come here and we can help you show you how to brew beer, and it's like a semi-professional setup. So this is one of the last beers that they made before they transitioned to being owned by Peter and David and became Campus Brewing with a more focus on like, hey, we're just going to brew beer here. Do you mind if we just make beer that we sell to the public?
Yeah.
And we had this beer on Leonard Malting the next year, the Fight Me I'm Irish
We drank
coffee Irish cream stout. That came in at like 17%. This one's 15%. And when I had this one, I was like, they should have called this Robitussin. Because it tastes like medicine. So it's, let's see if we have a date on this bad boy.
I just rinsed out all the urine from my glass.
That's what I did too.
I was like, I can't put anything else in here if
I
it's
would
going to be worse.
so much rather have that remnant than the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so first I'm going to go to the bar to see if we can get some water in these glasses to get that smell out.
I just used the Farmhouse Ale.
Perfect. Great.
Well, it's the first time I drank out of a piss stained glass. Come on. What am I, a newbie?
Yeah.
I mean, usually that's how he rinses his glasses. That's a beer clean glass for him.
Yes.
Cicerone approved.
You try dating a horse and get anything without pee on it.
But I was thinking we just like do an ounce of this and then see if any patrons wanted to partake.
Oh.
Such thing.
Like,
and if
remember how bad their beer used to be, and now it's good, and now they're closing?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it seems like salt in the wound. Real strong.
It's a good point.
But also, like, just kind of
Pretty
you know, those memories of the
It's
times.
very sweet of you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, just, it would be like, hey, you know, they had a good thing going, and this is what they came from, you know?
Sure.
Kind of thing. Remember, you got to know where you came from in order to know where you're going. Situation. Also, you know, just because it's 16 ounces.
What if it got better with time?
So-
And you're like talking about
also-
how bad it's going to be.
That's the thing that could have happened.
Do you want me to try to round up some people to see if they want to try it with us?
Well, let's try it first, and then if it's
Then we'll
safe
go.
for consumption,
Okay.
share.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
I feel like it's rude to like invite people.
Offer bad beer.
Yeah. Knowingly offer bad beer. Oh. How do we get no explosions today?
None. And every time I do it at home, it's just all over.
The bucket did come in handy, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It serves-
For my urine.
Yes.
It was there for two purposes, for sure.
So we've had this before.
We had
We've
the
had-
new iteration.
You had last year's iteration.
We had the
This is-
fresh new
This is
version.
this is YOLO Brewing's
and I'm
version.
dripping everywhere.
This is the Robitussin.
Does it smell promising?
It's not. It's a thing.
Okay.
We got to
Smells-
fight through the previous smells also.
Yeah. Just thinking some like sweet, like plumish, like dark fruit.
Is that molasses?
Is it? What's in this? Is there adjuncts?
I think there are. Yeah.
Bailey's coffee.
Yeah. There's a coffee, and then Irish cream, and then just whatever gets them up to 15%. Because it's not an imperial. It's not barrel aged.
It's imperial.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's not barrel aged. Is what I meant.
15, yeah. I wouldn't say Robitussin so much anymore, but
It's still pretty medicinal.
it's just, it doesn't taste like 15%. Like it's pretty flat. Like it's light.
I'm not crazy about it.
No.
It still tastes pretty medicinal to me. Like you get
I don't
to-
like what it does at the end.
No.
What does it do at the end?
It leaves a taste in your mouth like a horse that won't call you back.
It gets okay. So I'm on my third sip, and it's just getting worse. It really straight up is like bad grape medicine.
I feel bad like trashing beer places, but
But this is the point of growth. Last
Okay,
year we
I
had
get
it,
the grape.
and we
Now-
really were raving about it last
Yeah.
year when we did the episode on Leonard Malting. We were talking about how great this beer was.
Yeah.
And that's, you take away the ownership control and give it back to the brewer, which is what Campus
right.
is currently until tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it changed everything
God, this is
to focus on being a commercial brewery as opposed to a commercial brewery that also has a side project where they teach people how to brew homebrew.
It almost shifts flavor at the end.
Yeah. Real hard.
Yeah.
Hard
It's like
shift.
sour fruit weirdness.
Yeah.
Almost kind of like it.
I keep sipping it because it's just Weird.
It's like touching a cold sore. Like you know it's gonna
I
hurt.
would never know that because I don't have herpes.
Okay, canker sore. Sorry, I said the wrong sore.
No, you misunderstand. She has cancer, not canker.
Sorry.
It's pronounced cancer.
Have you ever had a canker sore in your mouth, or bite your tongue, or?
I had one. It was like by my tonsils. It was the worst. Everything hurt to swallow.
Oh God! See at the end. Oh my God.
Yeah, but you keep sipping it just to like.
Maybe
am I
this time-
tasting this?
It tastes like soy sauce almost.
Yeah,
That
that's a
that
very
is an off
common,
flavor.
very common flavor in like bad stouts. Yeah.
But could you make this into a nice vinaigrette?
No.
Would you marinate your meat in this?
No.
Would you add this to your coffee in the morning?
No, I would not do any of those things.
Would you boof it
What's boof?
in your butt?
in your
Yes. I mean,
What
Then you
about
don't taste
didn't
it.
have to ask.
deglazing a pan before you like?
It tastes like it's already been boofed. I'll be honest.
It's a boofed stout.
What if you're deglazing a pan that you're going to put like some plums into to like simmer down into a jelly?
Now, when you say plums, are you talking about
Whatever you
my
want. to take it
personal?
as.
Yeah. It tastes like a Bofa stout.
Yeah, it's not ideal, and I was like, this is a way to get rid of this can. I'm the worst.
Yeah. Sorry, we loved the other one.
Yeah, so good. And
I remember, I'm pretty sure I finished it while we were recording, and I was just really sweaty at the end because it was like,
Well,
it's high ABV, and I was like,
Yeah.
Didn't we
this
also
is-
do like everybody brought like an Irish beverage thing where we like that was
Oh, did we do shots?
Yeah, we had like
Yes.
you had made something, Corky had made something.
What did we record? What was that for?
Who
don't remember.
knows? It was The Irishman. I remember. We
Yes. We watched a 3-hour movie
yeah,
Watch The Quiet
and
Man.
recorded a 5-hour podcast.
that was never released. No, we definitely drank it for something, but that was just I think because it had come out.
I was trying to remember the movies that we watched on Leonard Malting, and I got Smokey and the Bandit,
Yep.
and I got one of the Fast and the Furiouses.
Yeah,
Dazed and Confused.
And
Furious
Dazed and Confused.
6, I think.
What?
That,
6?
Six?
oh, Fast and Furious.
Yeah, Furious 6.
Or it was
Oh.
7.
Yeah, 7.
It was the 7th
Okay.
episode, wasn't that? Like we found out later?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
And
That
the
terrible movie we
documentary.
all hated.
Drinking Buddies.
The first one, Drinking Buddies.
Drinking Buddies was the
Yes.
first one. It's fucking awful. Dazed and Confused. Yep.
And the
Beer-
documentary
Yes.
that was with our wonderful guest.
Beer a Love Story. Yes.
He did come to California. I don't know if he reached out to you, but I'm a little hurt.
No,
He
he
did
didn't
not.
reach out.
Nope.
Friedrich.
Nope, he did not.
Call us.
But I did get to speak with the man we all loved from
Yes,
that podcast.
you did meet him.
When I went to Colorado, I got to meet.
Oh, you got to meet that guy.
Yeah, over at Purpose Brewing. And,
Nice.
And we got to sit down at like 10 in the morning on a Saturday. It was great.
How was he in person?
Wonderful.
Great.
Just the best. It was great. Also, it turns out he's the man that brought sour beer to America. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not in love with him or anything.
Yeah, it's fine.
fine.
And his wife was there. It was.
Who's your big like beer celebrity crush?
I don't know if I really, I meet them all. So like he's.
Oh, wow.
So there's your friends.
They just get the facade gets broken
Yeah,
really
yeah.
quickly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that I've really had them. Patrick Rue from the brewery was one, and then I got to meet him, and we did an episode. And it was very fun. And then he started a podcast because he loved doing mine so much. And I was
Nice.
like, oh, that's like
You're an inspiration.
I'm an inspiration.
Inspiration.
Vaguely threatening, but
yeah,
flattering.
But that was very sweet. But no, I don't really think I have them.
I met David Walker at
nice.
Capital Beer Fest, and I totally freaked out. He was like pouring beer, and like nobody knew who he was. And I was like, oh my god! And I asked to take a picture with him. And he's like, I don't know why. I ended up working for him later, but whatever. I think I kind of freaked him out how excited I was to like meet him. And like Ken Grossman, I've met a few times, and he's like the coolest guy ever. But like. I've taken multiple ridiculous pictures with him because I'll be drunk.
Yeah.
Like, let's do this. He's like, okay.
Yeah, I almost ended up at Fritz Maytag's birthday party by mistake. But it was not to be, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Because I was going to Anchor anyway, and like my guest was like, "Oh, hey, it's Fritz's birthday. I'm going to go to that birthday party, but you should come by after." I'm like, I feel like you should ask. If that's okay.
Yeah.
Like I know you know him, but I don't know him, and I'm going to go talk to their new brewer
Yeah.
in his office on Repeal Day. So that was pretty cool, or 21st Amendment Day. So
Sure.
The day they would repealed
Which that
prohibition.
just passed. Right?
Yeah. No, it's the day, like the day of the year. The date. That's the word. The date that prohibition got repealed was the day that I was in.
Yeah, but didn't the anniversary of that just is it like late December, early January? It's like
I think it's November.
No? I don't know what year it is.
Yeah, but anyway, the point is, I was in Fritz Maytag's office that day to record an episode, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It wasn't with him, but it was also his birthday, which is weird. Anyway,
Corky said he has a crush on you, like you're his celebrity beer crush.
I'm sorry you have to find out this way, Ben, but it's...
He was hoping we were playing Spin the Bottle.
I mean,
my old beer celebrity crush was one of the top Instagrammers for beer in Sacramento, but she would never admit it. Like, she just punched me in the face when I brought it up because no, I don't know where you heard that. Get out of my face. Yeah. So then it shifted to you, Ben, because
that's good.
Yeah, because you give me expired beer, and I'm just like,
and one time you posted the bikini picture.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah,
that was a real thing.
There's a few bikini pictures out there. I did a bikini car wash.
How did I never see this?
Help raise money for the things where water gets on land in big amounts. What are they called?
What?
Hurricanes? Hurricane. It was a hurricane. Tsunami recovery efforts. And I also wore a bikini just because that's what you do when you're drunk in a hot tub.
Nice. And that's how he threw out his back, ladies and gentlemen, putting on a bikini.
Yeah.
They're not that hard to put on.
They're not.
They are. What about drunk?
They're not.
Hard to take off,
It's
right?
like
No,
underwear.
that's harder to take off. Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Because you got to do the...
You see, that's not how you take off a
See?
bra.
Yeah, but see, a bikini's not like different clothes to you.
Yes and no. I mean, I wouldn't wear a bra in public. But also, maybe I would. I don't know. Some of them are very strappy.
But
I don't like
that's the thing.
those.
Straps and clothes just don't mix for me.
Yeah,
it's
I
just
can't.
like I have nothing
But you
that
don't even have to. That's not really usually an option for you unless you're
Right,
looking
exactly.
for
And
it.
it's
That's what I'm
wonderful.
saying. That's why a bikini is hard to take off
Yeah,
while
for
drunk.
us, it's like we don't do this every day. We do this when we're drunk and we already have 4 motor skills.
I already can't reach behind my back.
Yeah.
But the trick is you don't usually have to reach your back. Most of them you don't have to untie. They're stretchy.
Oh, yeah, because
so
you can just pull up
do
and then
a
do it once
pull
you're
I
out.
front.
learned so much.
Once you're out, you can undo it then.
Gotcha.
Although, like, if you're in a romper jumpsuit, that's a whole other story.
Yeah,
You gotta dislocate your shoulders and pee completely naked.
I feel like rompers come back like every 10 years because women forget how hard they are to take
they're
off while
so
drunk.
cute.
Yeah, they are cute. When they get in style, it's like Night of the Romper out in Sacramento.
Well, then romp hymns were a thing for a second.
Yeah.
I don't think they really were.
Oh, they were.
But
They
where?
happened.
You saw people out in
was
public
internet.
doing it. Yeah, exactly. You see it on the internet. That's not real.
There were dozens of us. Dozens. But
I mean, if rompers came with, like, the butt flaps, I mean, that would change the game.
bring that back. Bring back butt flaps.
the old man
Yeah.
thermals
Yeah.
with a little back door.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all it takes, because then I don't have to get naked to pee. I just,
Yeah.
like, well, let me unflap.
My favorite story that's not mine to tell, but I'll tell anyway. is Shahara Hyatt wore one on a first date, and they were going out in the park by the Capitol, and she's they're eating fruit and stuff. It's like a little picnic, and then she's like, I have to go to the bathroom, and she goes off into a corner, and he comes over to find her, and she's like,
Oh,
she's like,
no.
to go to the bathroom, you have to strip naked,
Yeah,
pretty much
yeah,
to do
yeah.
that in the front. And so he comes, and she's like, hears him rustling through the leaves. She's like, I'm shitting.
I had one of those. I wasn't on a first date, but I was playing D&D all day, for a 4-hour, 5-hour session.
That's
right?
a short session.
With the people I was with, it felt like all day. But we got Taco Bell, loads and loads of Taco Bell to eat.
The ideal.
I don't
Did you
eat
get
Taco
the Taco
Bell.
Bell wings?
Yes. Well, I don't eat Taco Bell, but I ate a lot that day. Then I had to be to pick up this was when they were younger, to pick up my kids. I had to be at a specific
Check that date again.
light rail station. I had to be at a specific light rail station at 6 p.m., right? And my ex was going to ride by, drop the kids off, and then they'd come with me home, right? So I get there, and I'm fiending for a bathroom. I stop at a gas station, and he's like, no, the thing's broke, so you can't use it. I'm like, fuck. And my mind now was already kind of you're close to one,
Yeah,
so it
you
starts
have
kicking
to go
in.
immediately.
Yeah.
But I also have to be at that station at 6 p.m. There's like no window. They're gonna miss the stop if I'm not there. So I go to the thing. It's the one at the Justice Center. So it's kind of an abandoned station, like big parking lot, no facilities or anything like that. There's 2 porta potties, and I'm sprinting over there because I'm like 5 minutes early. I'm sprinting over there, locked. No. But my brain doesn't see that. My brain's like, we're going now. Yeah. I run around to the side right by this fucking the barbed wire fence. Up the hill is the train where the go like that. I make it like 2 steps off the trail, drop, go. All of a sudden, someone comes walking down the trail like it's just dark enough, and they're walking. They don't notice me, but I want to head this off. So I go, I'm going to the bathroom, and the guy stops, freezes, assesses the situation, goes, I just want to get past, man. I just want to get past.
But you made him pay the troll toll.
I said, all right, I'm not going to bother you. And he's like, all right, just walk by. Like, it was the coolest person in the world to be walking by at that moment.
And you know he tells that story all the time.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Last time I was walking.
That station is terrible. There's people crapping in the bushes.
I've never pooped in public. I peed.
It wasn't by choice. It was a have to.
I've never been there.
Yeah,
I've gotten like close to like I'm gonna poop myself. But, like, never.
Yeah. You know what I hated was when you were a kid, you know, and you would be coming home from school, and as soon as you got on like your block, like all of a sudden you just had to piss, like, and there was no way to stop it.
Right.
Every time, every day, it was like right to the bathroom.
Did you walk home every day?
Yeah, I walked home for some of it. My bus stop, if I did have a bus, was like 2 blocks from home. Yeah. But it's like, as soon as I got like, hey, you can see your house, like, you know what you need to do is just piss everything.
Just go. Well, how did you get home?
My parents drove us. We lived out at
must
this.
have been nice. Thing. Wow.
We had to pray the rosary on the way to school every day, so don't come at me with that shit.
No, you had to pay the troll toll.
Yeah, I had to get accosted by every single person for being a nerd. So, you know.
How has that changed?
Nothing's changed.
I lived like 2 miles from my school, which is not far when you're a kid. So, like, my mom could have drove me. I had to go catch the bus from the school that was up the street, which rode all throughout town to all the other schools, made like 10 stops before it got to my school. So I had to get to that bus stop like an hour and a half early. Because my mom's like, fuck no, I'm not getting up and driving you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she loves you.
Yeah. It taught me a lesson about parent irresponsibility.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I had to walk to school up a really steep hill every day. And then on the way down, it was actually just a downward hill. So it wasn't uphill both
But
ways.
I got pushed.
Like you had to, like, it was so steep, you would start running by, like, not trying. You just,
like you're getting air.
So you're just constantly trying to stop running the whole way down.
That's like how I destroyed my knee.
Oh, no.
I did a half marathon in San Francisco. And mile 10, it goes like up. And that's when everyone's like crawling, you know, you're just like struggling. And then it's down. Yeah. And at that point, you just let it happen. Yeah. You're not fighting it. And so, like, ever since then, I've had, like, the knee issues. Yeah. Which is now.
Yeah. My friend Mike almost got hit by an SUV because there's, like, an alleyway in mid-hill. And a car was coming down. And it was a rainstorm. And he slid out. He, like, slid.
No.
Jesus.
Yeah. It was fun. Being a kid was awesome. Just constantly.
No. See, my parents didn't, like, give me, like, freedom. Like, I couldn't go to friends' houses. I couldn't, like. Yeah. I wasn't allowed to go. Like, when I was, I think it was like 18, 19, I wanted to, like, ride my bike to go to, like, work.
18, 19?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mexican households, you still have to ask for permission to go out to the house. Like, hey, I'm going to go with my friends.
Do you have your own home?
What time are you coming home?
Then you can do what you want.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a thing. Like, my dad I would bike to work, and my dad would follow me on his bike through, like, the bike trail, and I would get so mad, and I'd try to, like, beat him, but, like... Yeah. I could not leave their sights.
It's so different from my childhood. My parents are like, go, get out.
Please don't be here when I get home.
Yes.
Yeah, Latino households are like, no, you're our child. Like, my mom still begs me to move back home.
Oh, that's sweet, though.
Is it?
I mean, sorry.
I don't know.
She also calls my boyfriend my friend.
She won't acknowledge it?
It's pretty funny. Well,
10 years in?
Yeah, because we're not married.
Right,
yeah.
So it's not real?
It's a sin.
Yeah.
That's
She
funny.
told me it's bad for my soul.
Wow.
Yeah.
She also told me she called me a month or two ago, and she's like, I was praying for you. My dog is very happy. And she's like, I asked God why so many things happen to you. I have bad health, and I felt like he was telling me it's because you never ask him for help. I was like, so God's punishing me because I don't ask for things?
It's like, you can't be a low maintenance Christian. That's what I learned.
Yeah, you gotta ask for a lot.
Yeah.
Are you there, God? It's me with a want list.
It's like the military budget. If you don't spend it all, you're not going to get as much next
That's
year.
what I learned.
Yes.
That's what I learned.
Yeah.
By the way, if you carve some of that money out and put it towards health, all right. Oh wait, yeah, it's ceremonial. Bucket.
Fuck it, bucket.
Ooh, that was a good sound.
That was actually Paulina just peeing.
My pants.
My pants.
All right, I think anything else you guys need to talk about?
I mean, we nailed 2022, right?
Yep, pretty much.
It's
The
gonna
fucking
suck.
bucket dump
It's
at the
gonna
end
suck.
is how you end it. No better Barley Me episode than when you end it with dumping a beer down the drain. Campus gone too soon.
Yes,
Peter,
we hardly
David,
knew
good
ya.
luck. Good luck in your next endeavors, beer or otherwise. You guys are great. You guys did a lot of great work with stuck behind an 8-ball for a long time.
Absolutely. Speaking of stuck behind an 8-ball, you guys got any Coke?
I thought that's where it was going. I was like, no, he wouldn't.
No, but seriously, I do appreciate that. This is the first time we've ever actually got to do this in person.
Yeah.
I mean, we're fully maxed up. We're fully, we take the precautions, but it is really great to get out and see you guys.
Yeah.
And to be around and laugh with you guys. So I'm glad we did this. Thank you for putting it together.
No, thank you for coming. You didn't need to, and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for dealing with my everything about me.
I mean, same.
Yeah.
Next time, though, you have to have a baby with you. That's in my rider.
Do we all bring a baby?
No, one. I don't care. Maybe if you can score one, get me one.
I know a guy.
Can you score a baby and some Coke?
My want list: baby, Coke, and
I'll ask Jesus.
a call from Thick Sweet.
Yeah. I miss it.
Thick Sweet's my other name for Jesus.
Good thing my mom doesn't listen to podcasts.
Yeah. All right. So this has been episode, 159. Sounds right.
Sounds good.
This is a New Year old beer. Damn it. New Year old beer. We drank some stuff.
We did.
You guys, we talked about some things, mostly negative, which is the ideal for an uplifting beer podcast about the positivity of beer. Let's see, Paulina, you found work in the beer industry again. Found yet another avenue.
Yeah, I started working for Drake's as the Sacramento market manager in late September. So it's been a weird time with all the COVID stuff and my stuff. But, it's been fun. It's a great company to work for. Great beer. So, if any of my accounts want to go to the barn, let me know.
Yep.
I got you.
Yep. And Corky, you invented the cockcast.
I did. Yeah, we started cockcasting.
Yeah. So innovating.
Yeah, on the Dare Daniel podcast, we review the worst movies that people can send us. And with my film critic pal and I, who got into one of the good things out of COVID was he really got into making cocktails. And so he does he has a smoker for alcohol and stuff like that. So I get the best drinks made for me.
And they're all based around the movie.
Yeah, he themes them to the movie. Okay, so I'm saying this here. I was doing that with the beer the whole time, but he kind of adapted that to the cocktail. So it's kind of like my idea, I guess. I'll take credit for it. I get 50% of ownership of cockcasting. But he makes the best cocktails. Usually it's like a spin on a traditional and then themed to whatever horrible movie we're watching.
Yeah.
New episode out will be Neil Breen's Fateful Findings, just a cult classic bad movie.
Oh, boy.
You gonna start making furniture based on the...
I got into furniture, too. I mess with furniture.
Yeah.
Lemonade
That sounds
furniture.
like you have sex with furniture. I mess with
Look,
furniture.
I learned my lesson messing with cryptozoology creatures and horses that don't exist. I learned my lesson. Now I fuck furniture.
And one time I helped you look for furniture.
That was the best
out of the
time.
alleyways.
Do you know what great time? And I felt bad the whole time because I didn't find shit.
Yeah,
but
we didn't find
I
anything.
took Ben with me, creeping and crawling through alleyways in Sacramento early Sunday morning to find some furniture.
Oh.
It was fun.
It was
though.
fun. We
Yeah.
found nothing.
No,
of value,
found jack
nothing
shit.
useful.
Ended up at a Goodwill where I was just going through bins, and I'm like, I'm sorry, Ben.
And then I think a couple days later I went to a different one. And I'm like, hey, they have legitimate furniture here.
It's just hit or miss.
It's when
Yeah.
you're looking for things, you never find it.
Yeah.
You always find the good stuff when you're not looking
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, it's one of the things that of all the things I've done, like podcasting, comedy, everything, it's the thing people reach out to me the most about, or really enthused about. Like, I can show you right now, I just got texted today about, hey, do you want this? I found this at 27th and L, come by, pick it up, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I think it's really cool.
And I'm
People
appreciative of it all.
It's really cool that people support what you're doing. They see that you've it's already so much better than it was when you started, which is pretty good. Like, your first piece was like, oh, this is your first piece?
Thank you.
And then it's just gotten so much more professional looking as you've gone on.
I kind of took the end of I sold 2 pieces at the beginning of November, so I kind of took the end of the year off, and I'm just starting up again.
Yeah. Then you had a rainstorm or whatever happen.
Yeah. Oh my God! Don't even start.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Right. So I'm often finding the negative. So
Thank you.
That's what I do. But yeah, this has been 159 New Year Old Beer. Did it! All right, I've been your host, Ben Rice. Thank you so much for joining us. Corky McDonnell, thank you so much.
See you guys.
Paulina Olivares, thank you so
you.
much. And thanks so much for listening. Stay home safe.
Get vaccinated. Get a booster. Wear a mask.
All that stuff. Please. I just want to do regular episodes. I love doing movies with you guys, but please, let's go back to doing regular stuff.
Thick Sweet, call me.
Bye-bye.